Hey guys, so I've been reorganising my bookshelf a little bit because I am procrastinating like a champ right now. And it occurred to me that I don't really talk about it much to you guys, which, considering how important it is to me, seems kind of silly. Now, a full shelf tour would take a really long time because you may have noticed there's kind of a lot of books back there. So instead, I'm just going to talk about a few of my favourites, specifically the book series that I find are underrated. Like, I could talk to you about the Percy Jackson series, or the Mortal Instruments series, or the Throne of Glass series, because God knows I love them. But chances are you've probably heard about them all anyway. I want to talk about the books that I don't see getting much love these days, and hopefully persuade you to read a few of them. First up, the Wind on Fire trilogy by William Nicholson. I can't actually remember the first time I read this series. I think I borrowed it from the school library or something? But I just remember it being a super interesting and enjoyable read, and having reread it several times since, I still think of it that way. It's a dystopian where basically everyone is rated on their abilities and achievements on a point system, and how many points your family has collectively kind of dictates where you are in your social standing and also your standard of living. And in the centre of the city there's this contraption called the Wind Singer, although it doesn't sing anymore. One girl and her brother end up rebelling against the city system and going on an adventure to bring life back to the Wind Singer. And for such short books, there is so much plot going on in all three of them. It's pretty incredible. Read it. Next, the Stravaganza Sequence by Mary Hoffman. Considering the layout of the teleseries, it probably won't surprise you to hear that I absolutely love this series. In it, teenagers find these talismans that end up transporting them to the land of Talia while they sleep, which is based on 16th century Italy, though with a bunch of differences. Each book has a different main character, and as each of them tries to balance the double lives of Talia and the real world, they end up meeting each other and getting involved in each other's storylines. And it's super amazing. I genuinely don't understand why more people aren't as in love with these books as I am. The Time Riders series has only recently finished, so it's probably a bit more well known, but I still feel it doesn't get talked about enough. It's about a trio of teenagers who get pulled out of their timelines right before they're about to die, and put together to form this team that watches out for changes in the timeline and has to go back and fix them before they can become serious problems. And if that hasn't hooked you, I don't know why we're friends, to be honest. Next, Literally Everything by Maria V. Snyder. Particularly the interlinking Study, Glass and Power trilogies. They're all set in the same world, but exist as three separate trilogies, and they are stunning. Magic, politics, badass heroines, everything you could want in a fantasy series. And they are so incredibly written and well thought out. Start with the Study series, you can thank me later. And finally, the Wicked Lovely series by Melissa Marr. Wicked Lovely is pretty much my yardstick when it comes to fairy-based novels, and very few other books have managed to match up. It's kind of a series, but also has some companion novels that follow on from each other. Boy, you can really see my writing influences in this video, can't you? But they all intertwine so well, and I love how the changes in narrator give a whole new perspective on the events. If you're into anything to do with fairies, you need to read these books, stat. I'm stopping there before I do end up literally dissecting my entire bookshelf. But I hope you've enjoyed this, and let me know in the comments if you want to see me talk more about the books on these shelves. Because believe me, I would be happy to. Oh, in case you missed it, I did a video over on Bloomsbury's channel giving a little intro to The Almost King, and there'll be a link to that down below. See you next time, guys. Bye!